than the Washington football team, taking on Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys.
We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. They love their football in this part country, and this crowd is ready to go as their guys will match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Greg Zuerlein now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And we are underway from FedEx Field. Fielded in the zone. And back here, so they'll bring it down to the 25. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. They'll be led out by the #1 overall selection back in 2005 out of the University of Utah. It's Alex Smith.
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section, where the columnists write possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? What? Who gave away the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win.
On first down, it's Gibson, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On second down, it's Gibson. Give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
He's tackled at the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Going to give this time to the tailback, and he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try the air now with Smith. Over the middle, open is Thomas. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42. A shotgun snap for Smith, and that'll be incomplete. It's a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Smith. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this one will wind up being just outside of that 20-yard line. First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them.
One thing he does very well, he takes care of the football. Had 176 pass attempts to start his career without an interception. That's the most in NFL history. And finished his rookie year, 23 touchdown passes and only 4 interceptions.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. He'll set up to throw from the gun. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. CeeDee Lamb is intended target. And now it's 2nd down. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
He did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. So they run the option here on 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Thomas Davis.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
This one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Prescott from the gun. He finds his target. It's Schultz. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 31-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. A run here for J.D. McKissick. And he'll be brought down right around the 36. 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let it pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Smith. Catch is made. It's Harmon. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Kelvin Harmon.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Kelvin Harmon, the man he was looking for. And now it's 3rd down.
Harmon.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Smith. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 10 yards there. Good for a Washington first down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
On first down, Smith. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
First down, it's Smith. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch. And most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice field tackle.
He's trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and it's 3rd down.
Quarterbacks work all the time by manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Again, Smith. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got it. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 27 yards. And Washington has taken a first quarter lead. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rock that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
A stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown. Technology is for, and this touchdown will count. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead. That time, a 9-play drive. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This is Tony Pollard. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. That holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete. C. Lamb is intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run with Elliott. He's got a 1st down and more past the 30. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. You're running the football. At least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And take it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? Board on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's Elliott. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
On 2nd down, Elliott looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Zerline. We all remember remember the 57-yarder that sent the Rams to the Super Bowl. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is.
Washington 7, Cowboys nothing.
Look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Smith on first down. Forced out to his left. Now he'll pull it down. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Washington.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
First down, Gibson. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. 1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9. That's the end of the first quarter.
After 1-7 on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, Smith looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
On 3rd down, it's Gibson, and he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the Cowboys' 28-yard line.
2nd and 10. To throw is Smith. That's complete to his tight end, Sprinkle. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Washington on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun. Smith got a man, and he hits him in stride. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
first and 10 at the 11. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And a give this time to the tailback. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. A 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through. And that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
Washington on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. He may try, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Touchdown, Alex Smith scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Now, they went draw play there on 3rd down around the goal line. Something you normally like to see, Charles?
Oftentimes, people are prepared for a pass in this situation, so the draw is a good call, but it's better when you usually have a lead blocker. If you don't have a fullback, you can use your H-back to pull in front. Sometimes you pull a guard to get out in front. Maybe it's your tight end. But they find a way to create a little bit of extra space. A bit of a surprise down near the goal line, but it was effective in this situation.
And it's good to make it 14-0. A 10-play drive that time. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own.
And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. But continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd down now, it's Elliott, and not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Open man Lamb, it's complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboys. First down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
On second down, Prescott again. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise, and start to put together some drives.
A first down throw for Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver, that makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Prescott on first down. Throw left side complete. It's Elliott. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
4 receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on second and 5. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Schultz.
Complete to
A gain of 4 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
3rd and short yardage. Prescott looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. And he will have a Cowboys first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
Cowboy.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there and pick up the first down.
2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
They'll throw again. Prescott. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away and it's second down.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming. The first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
A second down throw for Prescott. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish finish this one off.
On third down, Prescott. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Their best play.
And Zerline's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. That will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny. We had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator, and what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
And their own 23.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
On 1st and 10, Smith. That one is slant to McLaurin. And he's brought down, getting this up to him at the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completion, and they're taking advantage of it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Smith. Open man here, Sims complete.
Smith's pass.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. From the gun, here's Smith. Got an open man, it's Harmon. And he'll be taken not before he gets into enemy territory. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Down throw, it's Smith. He'll go underneath with this one to McKissick. A good rally to the football, keeps it only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will have a first down as they're into field goal range now at the 30. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And Hines' kick is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3.
Cowboys 3.
So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So 6 seconds, all that remains in this first half as the kick is away. He takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
To do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a strong first half from our quarterback. His guys have a 2-touchdown lead as we hand it back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach. We welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 26.
Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. He's back to throw here to start the drive. This to Jarwin. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The safety blitz works perfectly that time for Landon Collins. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
play here will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he's going to be stopped here a few short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. On the return is Sims. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 3rd and 10. First possession of the second half now for Washington. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. First down, Smith. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back, unsuccessful.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. To throw again, Smith. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
One of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On first down, it's Gibson. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Smith going to throw on 3rd and 1. That will be incomplete. And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete.
It's now 4th down.
Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 31.
Now Dallas gets set to take the field. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Prescott from the gun. He's got the first down and more past midfield and brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
A first down carry by Elliott. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Second and 12. Prescott. Throw left side complete. It's Elliott. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Is incomplete.
Prescott's pass intended for C.D. Lamb. Incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on here to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Alex Smith and the offense heading out for their next possession. How do you down his game so far? Just the one touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't. Not until you balance it with the error side, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game, but that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 2nd and 9, Smith. Incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Smith. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And, boy, he is very close to a first down. But from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, that's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Over the middle, Cooper with it. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now Elliott. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 10 more there and another 1st down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
Prescott now from the 50. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz.
Prescott's pass.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
The ball carrier.
They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Fly out late. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. It's 28. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, 2nd half, no quit in him.
0.
Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. That's Thomas Davis on the sack. Came in the league way back in 2005.
But that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
Intended for Dalton Schultz. Incomplete. It's 3rd down and 13.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 3rd and long for Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on. While the training staff work on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And they're not going to get to the line in another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Greg Zuerlein on for the field goal. A 37-yard attempt.
Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And a second field here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6.
Boys 6.
So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
After the made field goal, Zuerlein back out there now to send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
It's Smith. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. They'll roll him out right. He's going to take off with it, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Even after more than a decade in the league, Smith still one to account for with his legs as he picks up a first.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. And I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
From the 45 on second down. Smith. Catch is made. It's Harmon. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
From the 50, it's Smith. Open man is Sims. He's got it. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 37. 13 yards there and a Washington first.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
They will run it. It's McKissick. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have to lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
On 2nd and 7, Smith. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 18. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington first down. But we know he has pretty good hands on display there. In fact, he only needed one of them.
Yeah, nowadays, all these receivers work on this, right? They do the one-handed catches off the machine in practice. They do it with their quarterbacks. They do it contested, uncontested. They make it part of their repertoire.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's McKissick. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. Well, no doubt here in the fourth quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They go back to the ground. This time, Barber. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
55.
On 3rd down, it's Gibson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll try it now with Barber. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps for these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Yeah, he's able to skip away from that first defender on his way to a pickup of 5.
At the 2-yard line.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. And nothing special there. They show they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight-ahead power, and they got it done.
Hopkins now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it's Peyton Barber that polishes it all off with a touchdown scamper. Touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Possession of the football going back to the Cowboys. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
Looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. It's caught inside the 25. A big play here for Dallas. 52 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's. It's exactly what they did there.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Looking to throw. Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he gets it in 10 to the 9. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a 1st down.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Elliott. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. No gain on the play. That is a defensive end getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarter.
And he is in the end zone for Cowboy touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run, and the Cowboys cut into that lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. Good. That cuts the lead now to 11, 24-13 our score. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. Alex Smith and company heading back out there now. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they've made some good adjustments, though. He's fallen off since.
You have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right? Rocking and rolling. They came out, made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing him all sorts of trouble.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll get 40 to the 39. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Barber. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
That's the reason we ball for the circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Game in hand, the offense takes the knee. A 2nd and 11 from the 19.
All day, dog. Hey, check one.
Now it's Barber. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call.
Offense.
You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Washington about to close this one out as they are down to a knee. Down to a knee, here goes Smith, and that should all but do it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So it's Washington getting the victory here. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.